Hi guys, I'm Isabel from the upcoming. Lovely to speak to you
Hey,
today.
Zal, you too.
Congratulations. Congratulations on a fantastic series. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Um, so perhaps I could start with you, Nico. You have a pretty central role as your character William in this. I mean, he's a very stereotypical portrayal of an affluent family outcast, but also a kind of tortured artist. Can you tell us about him? What was it like to get to grips with that kind of loose role, and what was it that appealed to you about the character?
Yeah, I mean it was really a dream. Like before this job, if I was able to like write down a list of characteristics that I could bring to life in a character, like William hit the majority of that list, from artist, musician, sociopath, narcissist, drug addict, like unsung hero. Um, I jumped as quick as I could into this role. And as quickly as I put together a dream list, I threw it all away and saw William for who he was as a person. Every hero and villain that we love and hate is a person first, and it's our job as actors to bring those people to life.
Hmm. Well, and Xavier, you're sort of the polar opposite, really, of William, and then you end up in this, I suppose, unlikely kind of romantic relationship together. What was that like to play his partner, Mercer, and work together to bring that kind of dynamic to screen? And can you tell us a little bit about your journey? Because actually, you're also the first person that comes across Samantha in Central Park, so you kind of start the story yourself, really.
Yeah. No, it is one of those things where it's, opposites truly attract. And it's in William, Mercer sees all the things that I think he wants to be with his identity, with himself, to be that expressionist of emotion, of love, of art. So I think that's what really, really like draws him in initially with this relationship, even though there are the highs and the lows of their dynamic. It's something that he just can't seem to like tear himself away from because of, the journey that it does take him on, and the growth that it sort of forces him into. And then with the events that happen in the series with, all the Central Park events, it's one of those things where he came to New York City as a dreamer with beautiful rose-colored glasses to sort of live his dream in New York, but then a lot of realities start to hit him kind of all at once. And then from there, it's you don't really have any other choice but to be a different person than who you were yesterday.
And I think, Nico, it's set in 2003, I think it is, so it's kind of pre-technology, and you've got, the drugs, the culture, the music, and art, and there's so much of that pumping through this series, and you're really at the very heart of that. What are some of sort of the favorite standout scenes for you during this filming for you?
Yeah. William really goes on a journey this first season. When I think about like the whole 8 episodes and the arc, it feels like I was playing more than one character, to be honest with you. And every step of the way, I just felt so supported by the creators, the directors, and the cast. I mean, the foundation was set with Xavier. We jumped in, like eyes closed, basically, to the most emotional work, some of the most emotional work of the whole season. Our first day on set together was like our huge blowout that happens in the second episode. I don't mean to give anything away, but I guess that's coming out at the same as the first episode, so I'm okay. But like it really did, it set the foundation for the rest of the season. It was like, I know this human. I trust him. I am giving him myself, everything that I have. And like, as long as I know that we got that, the rest of the season will be good.
And I think, Xavier, your friendship with William's sister Regan really deepens and develops over the series. What was it like to work with Jemima Hercules? And why do you think that friendship was so kind of integral to the storyline?
Yeah, it's my first experience with Jemima. I never saw Girls before working with her, but I did see her on the most recent season of Sex Education. So that was my first sort of intro into just her as an actress. But then, yeah, working with her on the first day of set, she was just very, very welcoming, came up to me and just really, sort of like took me under like her wing. Nico did the exact same on our day, and to work with someone who's been in the industry to like give you that like, hey, I'm here for you, just sort of opened up that relationship into Regan and Mercer. These two people who sort of are like the ones who like truly have this love for William and only want to see like, they know like what that light is within William. So they were just doing their best to sort of, find that light again and bring it back to William. And so I think they just became those kindred spirits, sort of, that their journey together to, for the person that they love.
Totally.
And I think obviously this series, unlike things like Succession, which focuses on like high society or, certain gang films that just go on the underbelly, you've got a mix of everything in this. So, and it's kind of a bit like a multiverse, really. So, what was it like kind of building those storylines, working with such a brilliant ensemble cast, and then sort of having visionary, creative Josh and Stephanie on board as well?
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream, it's like, it's so rare that you get to work on a project, especially on television, where the world is so vast. I mean, like, there are so many different sections of this show. Like, I only knew what William knew for a while, and then at one point I showed up to set on a day that I wasn't working, and like it looked like a different show. It was like, I don't know who any of these actors are. Like the set feels different. We're in a different part of town. Like it truly felt like a different series. And then to be able to go back and watch all of these worlds come together, like, New York City's one of the greatest melting pots in the entire world. And especially at this time, my therapist said it best. He goes, New York City was the internet before the internet. It's where everyone came to find themselves and whatever it was they were looking for. And like, while we don't cover all of New York City in this show, we get a good glimpse, a pretty wide perspective on what life was like post 9/11 New York City.
Yeah. No, it's like, it was what he... Oh, sorry. What were you saying? No,
Carry on.
Yeah, I was saying it's, as you said, it's like, it's this melting pot, these totally different groups and classes of people all coming together to sort of tell this story. And just like Nico, I didn't really have any idea what this other half of the ensemble was doing.
Right.
But it's you trusting in, like, I know my piece of the puzzle fits in. I don't have to know exactly how. I have to know that if I take care of my part of the story, if I tell my truth, then it will eventually come together into this grand truth. And then like you said, like going back and watching the episodes again and just seeing how it all fit in, because I never got to watch anyone's like performances while they were filming and everything, but to see it all come together and weave together is something that I think will definitely just appeal to people, because they will see themselves in one of these characters, which, like you said, you can't see in Succession. We can't all relate to that, but we can relate to somebody in this story.
And it even went beyond just the film and what we were shooting. The music on the show, the team that was put together around the music, from Jonathan Leahy, Abe Seyfarth, Jason Hill, like the score of the show, we did like a deep dive on the music from this time and had a bunch of different artists write different songs. I spent almost half of the time of the job actually in the music studio recording a ton of music. Like it took it to a whole other level for me as an actor.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for speaking to me. That was really interesting.
Of course.
Hearing that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, totally.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.